Hey y'all, Amanda here, and I'm presenter number 3893 with Younique products. Lately I've been getting so many compliments on my eyebrows, so I wanted to share with you guys how I get them on point using exclusively Younique products. On one side, I'll do my eyebrow in the Moodstruck Mineral Pigments, and then on the other side, I'll do it using our brand new Moodstruck Precision Pencils. The first thing I like to do is take the Younique's brand new lash and brow comb and just kind of work through my brows and get them all facing one direction. I tend to brush up and outward just to kind of tame them a little bit. I'll start with using the mineral pigment. So I use Moodstruck Mineral Pigment in Irresistible. You can purchase that from your Younique presenter. And then I use Younique's double-sided liner and shadow brush. I start with the liner in, and I dip it in a little bit of Younique refreshed rose water. I tend to just squirt a little bit in the cap and barely moisten the end of the brush so it's nice and flat. Press it into the pigment. I dump a little pigment into the lid. Press it into the pigment so you get a nice coating on the end of your brush. I always start with the top. So I'm going to draw a straight line on top until I get where I want my arch to be. And then I draw an angle downward, following the natural line of my brows. At this point, I typically reload my brush and I'll do the bottom. I draw an angled line from the inner tip to the arch, and then I just kind of follow it down. The key to doing your eyebrows without them seeming too harsh is you have to use several small, short, light strokes. So I'm just kind of working through and filling them in a bit. Now, to do this main portion of my brow, I use the other end, the fluffy end, and I load it with some pigment, and I just kind of stipple it in there. You don't need a ton, and you don't need it to be really super dark. So I just work it in small, short, gentle strokes. And then I just kind of go over the rest of my brow in these same short strokes. And then when I'm done, I take my brow brush and just kind of do the same thing. It helps break up any harsh lines that remain and gives you a nice, natural looking brow. So that's one way to do it. The other way is I use Moodstruck Precision Pencil and Prim, brand new from Younique, releasing on September 1st. And I'm going to follow the same pattern. Again, with the light touch, I go across the top until I get to my arch point. Ideally, if you take your pencil and put it against the corner of your nose and draw an angle out like this, right about here is your arch point where you want your brow to start going downward. The pencil's super easy to clean up any mistakes you make. Same thing on the inside. Start here and kind of follow up to the arch point and bring it back down again. And to fill in gently with short strokes, just kind of stipple in the brow. Your brow should start right at the corner of your eye. The highest point should be at this angle here from the outside of your nose. And you kind of just want them to extend just beyond the outer corner of your eye. So you don't want them to be too long. And then the same thing. I take my brow brush and just kind of brush through to break it up a little bit. It gives it a more natural appearance. But really, to define and highlight your brows, the secret is what you do afterwards. So I take my Moodstruck Precision Pencil in Pristine. It's just a white eyeliner, goes on smooth and beautifully. So in the meantime, until September 1st, you can use any white liner. I really especially like this one though because of its blendability. So you're just going to draw a very light line right underneath your eyebrows. Just trace right along your brow. And at first, it looks a little scary. And then I take my ring finger, because you have the most control with your ring finger, and blend from the inside down and out. You can also use a brush with stiffer bristles if you want, but I find that my finger works really well. And this provides a really, really nice highlight to your eyebrow that really defines them, makes them stand out. So you can see my results are very similar. This is with the pigment, the powder pigment, and this is with the pencil. I think the pencil is a little bit quicker and you have a little bit more control. One thing you can always do with your pencil, if you want, you can go back with the pigment and just kind of fill in and blend a bit if you want. So there you have it. Hope that helps you get perfect brows. Thanks and have a great day.